It's YouTube Wednesday! Sculpting tools! Ooh, ah. I'm going to make some sculpting tools today. So let's get to it. Have everything I need laid out in front of me. For the body of my tools, I use pens because they're already made to be held onto. So they're normally a decent thickness. You can use any kind of pens that you want. I am cheap, so I use cheap pens. I do slightly prefer the octagonal tools, the octagonal pens, but I don't have those right now. And I have these. I guess you could get a big feather and make a quill out of this, but other than that, it's garbage. There's a number of different types of tools. We're going to make some wire loop tools, and we're going to make a precision tool, and we're going to make some rakes out of these blades. So let's get to it. So this is a whisk. It is 88 cents at Walmart. I purchased it. And these are all welded together down here. But this end piece I'm just going to cut off. This was the loop that held all of them together. Why I like the whisk is that it's a nice stiff wire. It's a good like spring steel, and it doesn't rust easy. So it's really good for this. And now I can take this and I can put it inside of here, and I have the basis of a loop tool. Look at that. We're almost done already. I'm going to make a few up, and then I'm going to use the steel stick epoxy in order to hold them together down here at the end. So let's make a few. This is good wire. That means it is slightly difficult to work with, but that's what you want. You don't want a wire loop tool that's going to bend with your sculpture. And obviously one whisk is enough to make plenty of tools. And that is what your tool will look like. You might find something to bend a loop around that you like the girth of, the width of, to get a nice even loop. And then on the other side, you can kind of straighten them out. When I put that together, that's a nice, clean, even loop. But this one I want to change up a little bit. I have a thinner wire, and I'm going to wrap this thinner wire around this wire. This wire I've just had for a long time. It is covered. It's got like a vinyl coating on it. That doesn't matter that much. And the whole point of this is that this loop tool will then act like a bit of a rake. And it'll leave little ridges, scoop marks. And I'm just going to tuck that loop of wire down in there with my needle nose. Shove, shove, shove. Shove, shove, shove. Shove, shove, shove. Shove your wire. Shove your wire. All right, so all that is contained, and now you have a little loop tool that also is kind of a rake, and I really like tools like this. For these two, let's go to the saw blades and use and make rakes. This was an $11 package of blades. Right here. Perfect. So first, these guys have a little peg on them. I'm going to see if that fits inside the pen. It does with some effort, but I think only one will. Now, so I will just loop this one. I'm going to put this guy in here. Okay, so these guys do not bend, they snap. Your scroll saw blades probably are tempered in order to be stronger. That means they're brittle. And if you bend them without taking off the temper, then they're going to break. So, if you watch the blade, you can kind of watch the temper leave it. Now I can bend it without having it break on me. Here is a rake that is bent into this type of a shape. I'm going to put it into a pen. And now this will be able to rake your clay nice and flat. Set that one. Let's do another one. All right, and that is a loop tool with this. That's a rake right there. A loop with a rake. I grabbed my other torch. It lights itself and it gets hotter. In order to be a successful YouTuber, you have to hit the record button. I failed to do so. So, I'm going to do a do-over, because I have right now, I have all these tools made. They all have the hard putty on them to hold them in place. They're all ready to go. But I'm going to make another one to show you, because I had to take the temper off of the saw blades that I used. So let's do another one of these guys. And then I will show you me putting it all together. I want that blade to turn red. Once it turns red, I know the temper is off of it. And this one, I'm going to try something a little fancy. I'm actually going to twist it. And then I will turn it into a loop tool. So I'll have a twisted loop. I think that'll be a nice tool. If I twist it too much, it'll pop on me. And it has cooled down enough at this point. But see, now I've got this twisted wire. Anyway, all right, so I've got this twisted wire, and I'm going to turn this into a loop. Now I'm ready to put that into a pen. Okay, so that is my twisted saw blade loop tool, and I think that's going to be nice and cray-cray on the clay. But what you have to see now, this is steel stick epoxy, and that is what I used. It's basically like a clay that you mix up, and then it gets really hard, and that's going to hold it onto here really well. Here are some that I opened. I use scissors. Take off the plastic. It's got a plastic around it, and it's two colors. It's a dark color on the inside, and it's a dark gray on the inside, and a light gray on the outside. And I'm going to just mix it up. I do snakes, fold, 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 snake, fold, 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 snake. And see how it's still two colors? I want it to be all one color. And now, where this comes together on that pen, I want to try to shove it in there. I'm shoving it into the hole as much as I can by having it on top and then pushing it through. It's okay that it splits it in half. It's okay. And now I'm just going to take some and make a nice collar around this. If I wet my fingertips, then it won't stick to my fingers, and I can shape it and smooth it quite a bit. I really want to condense it. I don't want to leave a big lump on here to interfere with sculpting. I want it to be, you know, not a super thick collar. And I'm just working it. I've got about 5 minutes of working time with this. So don't mix up a whole bunch. Mix up just enough for one or two. It's very, very sticky. So it helps hold these on really well. So that I will let cure for about 10 minutes, and then it's going to be really solid. I can help reshape this loop just a little bit. It's a little bit off center, but I can fix that once this is cured up. I can just even it out with the pliers. And that is how I did all of these. Thin saw bladed tools, big saw bladed tools, the wire wrapped around that loop. So these guys are all good to go. So this sculpture isn't done, but it's, well, it's enough to show you guys how the sculpting tools work. We made all of these tools. Here we have fine tooth rakes and coarse tooth rakes, and we have loop tools. We even have a pointed detail tool, and these are essential for sculpting, all of them. Probably my favorite one is the wire wrapped loop tool that we have right here. I like how you can shape the clay and take it away, and it just leaves you a nice score line. So I'll finish this guy up, and you guys go make stuff.